What's up, YouTube? SimplyUnlucky here, and welcome back for another epic Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck. This time we have Dinosmasher's Fury. And then I want to ask you guys to check out the channel and subscribe for more epic Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. This is an insane deck, you guys. The sheer raw power inside of this structure deck is extraordinary. I've never seen, I mean, like, when I think of a powerful structure deck like this, I'm like going back to Dark Worlds. It just straight up created its own powerful deck because of the just insane cards inside of here. But first, I want to thank our friends at Ultra Pro before we go over this. We have the Gurren Lagann playmat here, you guys. It is one of my favorites and very awesome. Then we also have the pink sleeves we'll be using for some of the foil cards inside. So yes, you guys, the dinosaur structure deck, the Ancient Gear deck was cool, and I personally like the Ancient Gear monsters, so it's nice that they now are pretty dang good. But dude, these dinosaur cards are extraordinary. So let's check out the back. It says here, the Dinosmasher's Fury structure deck provides the ultimate prehistoric dueling experience. It's survival of the fittest, and only the strongest cards in your deck will do. The rest will be food for the apex predator, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. A 3500 attack monster that can send all enemy monsters cowering in fear before devouring them, all in a single battle phase. Only the tough can command the primal rage to victory. This structure deck includes 36 common cards, 2 ultra rare cards, 3 super rare cards, 1 token, 1 beginner's guide, and 1 double-sided playmat for tips to vanquish your foes. Very cool. Dinosmasher, Dino Fury's structure deck. Let's check it out. And I noticed something inside too, and I want to go over it. Inside of the Ancient Gear, the playmat here. So we'll check out the playmat first. Very cool, and like usual, they'll probably create, you know, official rubber playmat for this later on. But yeah, the back here is actually pretty informative. There's some cool stuff, so we'll go over that after we check out the deck. And then, of course, your beginner's guide to vanquish your foes. Alright, so here's the deck, you guys. So we'll pop it open. You're going to save the new cards for last, so just to get a quick look at them. Very cool. And so we'll go over those last. First, we'll go over the rest of the deck here. Alright. So we have Sabersaurus is in here. The normal gentle dinosaur. 1900, one of the first rescue rabbit targets for that crazy deck. Jeez. Then we have Super Conductor Tyranno and Ultimate Tyranno. Both of those cards are in here. This guy is the one that deals 1,000 damage but cannot declare an attack. This guy can attack all monsters, but he's the only guy that can attack. So, very interesting. So 3,300 attack and 3,000 attack for Ultimate Tyranno. Super Ancient Dino Beast. This guy's interesting. You can tribute him for 1 dinosaur, and then whenever a dinosaur special summons from your grave, you can draw a card. So, interesting card there. Sauropod Brachion. Tyranno Infinity. This card's going to be insane. We'll talk about it in a bit. Black Brachios. Kind of works well, I guess, with Tyranno Infinity. Miracle Jurassic Egg. Gillosaurus. Baby Cerosaurus. And it's funny because of the new cards that are releasing here. This guy's actually not bad now. Because if it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the grave, so it can be destroyed in your deck, it can be destroyed in your hand, and on the field, you can special summon a level 4 or lower dinosaur type monster from your deck. And this works well with a couple of the very, very overpowered new dinosaur monsters here that we'll talk about. And Miscellaneous Source, if you guys haven't read this guy, he's actually pure insanity. You can banish any number of dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard, including this card, to special summon a dinosaur type monster from your deck with level equal to the number of banished cards. You can only use that effect once per turn. And so that with Tyranno Infinity is crazy. And just, you'd at least want to play one of these, and just, it'd be fun too, just pull that off. Evil Swarm Salamandra, Stego Cyber. These are all fun dinosaurs that you've seen in the past sets. It's interesting to see them all in one place. Trifortresops, Skelosaurus, 1700 attack. That's a zombie. And then Chewbone, both zombies, but this guy special summons tokens, right? So that could be fun. Rescue Rabbit is in here, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Fossil Dig, Big Evolution Pill, Twin Twisters, reprinted common. The insanity of this deck. What? Twin Twisters common. This card will probably be $3 forever. That is crazy. So this structure deck has a $3 common. I should have probably looked it up, but still. Twin Twisters, probably maybe $3 forever. Barrel from a Different Dimension. Swords of Concealing Light. That's an insane card for some of the cards in here. Painful Decision common. Another crazy card in here. Unexpected Die, not a bad card. Terraforming. Survival of the Fittest. Fossil Excavation. Extinction on Schedule. I always thought that was an interesting card. Ojama Trio. Nightmare Archfiends. And Quaking Mirror Force is common in here, you guys. What is happening with this structure deck? Not only do they give you Twin Twister and Quaking Mirror Force, both cards were valued over $10 or around there. Now they're both common, and they're used in so many different decks, even now in the meta. That is crazy. Both of these cards will be a couple dollars at least. That is awesome. Grand Horn of Heaven, Secret Blast. That's funny for this card to be in here, because there's cards like Ojama Trio and the Lost World, which will summon cards to your opponent's side of the field, and so Secret Blast is kind of like Just Desserts in the way you take advantage of that. So it's interesting to see that. And then Jurassic Token for the Lost World, which we'll talk about here. Okay, so, and Swords Concealing Light, that's a pretty good reprint too. Just having Swords Concealing Light common is nice. Alright, let's talk about these epic cards, you guys. First off, let's go over Lost World. So this is the field spell of the deck. Go ahead and sleeve it up. So it says here, all monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense except for dinosaur-type monsters. Once per turn, if a dinosaur-type monster is normal or special summoned, you can special summon one Jurassic token, dinosaur-type, this thing right here, to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. While your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens. What? That is crazy. So this has like a tech card against token decks would even work, but you're not going to see that really, but that's just funny. They cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens. Once per turn, if a normal monster on the field will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can instead destroy that many dinosaur type monsters from your hand or deck instead. And talk about what I was talking about earlier with the baby Ceratosaurus. It's back in there. That's a crazy combo there. So very interesting, very awesome card. So that is Lost World. Now let's go over the Petite Pteranodon. It's a cute card, a little pterodactyl. I always want to say Aerodactyl when I think of pterodactyl because of Pokemon. If this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the grave, it doesn't say on the field, it says wherever, special summon a level 4 or higher dinosaur type monster from your deck, but it cannot attack. Jeez, the insanity of these cards, I swear. Alright, next we have Soul Eating Oviraptor. Cool name, cool looking card, extraordinary effect. If this card is normal or special, you got the Stratos going on here for this guy. Normal or special. I guess it's Stratos just summon, so I guess flip summon work. But yeah, normal or special, you can take one dinosaur type monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the grave. So many things you could do with that. This guy is extraordinary. Pure amazing. You can target one other, and he has another effect. You can target one other level 4 or lower dinosaur type monster on the field, destroy it, then special summon one dinosaur type monster from your grave in defense position. You can only use each effect once per turn. You can straight up play this guy if you have another dinosaur on the field, especially like Petite Pteranodon or whatever her name is, and you can destroy that or use his effect, send one of the big boys from the deck to the grave, special summon one of the big boys from the grave in the same turn by destroying Petite Pteranodon or one of the other cards that combos, and special summon another dinosaur from the deck. Like, this card is awesome. Incredible. I cannot believe they made such a powerful dinosaur card. Very cool. So dinosaurs are good now because of cards like that. And then before we'll get to Ultimate Conductor Tyrannus, we'll talk about Survival's End. Insanity. One of the best trap cards I've ever seen for an archetype. Destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible. So first off, if you're playing against an opponent and they have normal monsters, you can destroy those. So destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible. If you do, special summon level 4 or lower dinosaur type monsters from your deck up to the number of destroyed, number destroyed, and then destroy them during the end phase. So you can use this during the battle phase. You can go Rescue Rabbit, special summon 2 Megalosmashers or 2 Sabrosauruses, however you want to do it. Attack your opponent directly for 3,800 points of damage. Use Survival's End. go special summon 2 more dinosaurs, attack for 4,000 or whatever, and then they die at the end of the turn, but obviously you could still see summon and all that crazy shenanigans. Then here we go. You can banish this card from your grave. It has a freaking banish effect too. You can banish this card from your grave to target 1 dinosaur type monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy them. Survivals, and it's got an awesome picture. Look at that picture. Too good. Love it. Okay, and then last but not least, Insanity in a dinosaur. First off, I want to comment about how he looks. So he's Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So some people are saying, you know, first you start with the Super Conductor Tyranno, then you go to the Ultimate Tyranno, and then you hit the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But this guy's a pure fusion of these 2 cards. He's got the red leg stuff going on. He's got the armor from the Superconductor. He's got those little I don't know what you would call them, little electrical looking ball things on him. So yeah, and he has the similar colors to Ultimate Tyranno. So he's like a fusion of these 2 cards. So I'm thinking that they meant to have a fusion card, and then they're just like, we'll just make him an epic, even more epic regular monster in the deck. But yeah, so that's interesting. I thought that was pretty cool. Just like he's the final evolution of those 2 monsters. I don't know. All right, first off, he's, I don't know, 10 stars. I can't really tell, maybe even more. He has 3,500 attack and 3,200 defense. Okay. Oh, by the way, Soul Eating Oviraptor to 1,800 attack too, so it's still not bad in that case. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 dinosaur type monsters from the grave. Okay, already good just because of that. And banishing monsters helps your cool little Tyro Infinity and whatever else you're messing around with. So already decent. You got a 3,500 dinosaur monster that can just be special summoned by banishing 2 dinosaurs from the grave. Okay. Let's keep going here. You can, once per turn during either player's main phase, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. Wait, did that say during either player's main phase? What? That is so good. I didn't know it was during either player's main phase. So you can stop your opponent from attacking with monsters they just summoned that turn. That is incredible. And then, of course, you could do it during your turn, too. Okay, but that's not all. Dinosaurs gain effects from destroying themselves. So you can go get whatever combo with that. And that's not all. This card, so you can destroy 1 monster in your hand. If you do, blah, blah, blah. Let's change all face down. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a defense position monster, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And if you do, send that defense. Doesn't even say destroy. Send that defense position monster to the grave. This card is godly. This is like god level. That is so good. This guy is so good. It's like the god of dinosaurs. Insanity, you guys. And then we have Dinosmasher. This is the new 4-star dinosaur that you can get with Rescue Rabbit. And he has 2,000 attack, 0 defense. So it says here, with its sound baffling armor and gargantuan jaws, this primeval predator's phosphorescence was the only possible pardon for its primitive prey. It's a lot of P's. Yes, but Dinosmasher. So that doesn't even really make sense because it has all this epic armor and has 0 defense. But yeah, this is the guy. You can get 2 of these with your Rescue Rabbit, and then you can bring out Bahamas Shark, and then bring out Totally Awesome. So that's crazy. Crazy. Another epic card that they've made here. But yeah, so as you can see, as I was talking about earlier with Swords of Concealing Light, you can flip monsters face down. Quaking Moonforce puts monsters face down. This is all for the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This guy is pure insanity, man. What a crazy deck, you guys. And Twin Twisters is in here. Not to mention the Quaking Mirror Force once again. But what I wanted to do before we ended this video, you guys, wanted to check out the back of the playmat here, because it actually kind of goes over the combos with you. So it says here, survival of the fittest. Destroy weak dinosaurs to summon high-level dinosaurs. And so it says here, the main strategy of the deck is to use the effects of Petite Pteranodon and Soul-Eating Oviraptor to special summon super powerful 3,000 attack or more dinosaur monsters from your deck. and Graveyard. Petite Pteranodon and Baby Cerosaurus let you special summon dinosaur monsters when destroyed by effects. So you can use the effect of Soul-Eating Oviraptor and Lost World to trigger them. The dinosaur with the highest attack in your deck, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, can be special summoned from the grave after its initial special summon from your hand. So you can use the effects of Soul Eater Raptor and Rescue Rabbit to add more dinosaurs to the graveyard to prepare yourself for the initial special summon. So it says here, Lost World, destroy these cards in your hand or deck, special summon from the deck the Soul-Eating Oviraptor or the Petite Pteranodon, and then all of a sudden you can special summon from your deck Superconductor Tyranno, Ultimate Tyranno. It's insanity. And you can special summon him from the graveyard also with Soul-Eating Oviraptor. And then all of a sudden, bam, you can attack your tokens there. So, crazy. And then also talks about Megalo Smasher over there with Rescue Rabbit, Twin Twisters, and Geometry. I thought this was really cool. Power up your backs. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. They actually explained the combos pretty well. Very nice, you guys. So, this is by far one of the best structured decks, like I said, I've seen in a while. I mean, when I think of one that was this good in the format at the time, it was like Dark World or something. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think of this deck, but I think it's pure godly. It is godly. Godliness. And of course, you got your cute little Jurassic token. That's cool. It's not just a gear. At least it's eggs. Kind of hungry now. So we have Quaking Mirror Force and Twin Twisters in this pack, you guys. Got the Megalos. Got a Rescue Rabbit common. Got the Survival Zen, Lost World, Petite Pteranodon, Soul-Eating Oviraptor, and Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then I want to give a quick shout out to David Adams Card World. To put a link at the bottom, the top of the description below. So please, you guys, check them out. They got a ton of awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Product and singles. Very cool, you guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember, subscribe for more epic Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. And SimplyUnlucky signing out.